Hi, welcome back to Community Hotline. I'm Monica Weitzel, and we're here in Gresham at MetroEast Community Media. And now for our final segment tonight, we're going to talk with my good friend Dean, whatever your name is, Dean Johnston, who is the...
it's on my coat.
Thank you. You're the president of Portland Toy and Joy Makers.
Yes.
Thanks for being here.
Hey, thank you.
And that's the Portland Fire and Rescue.
Yes, it is.
Toy and Joy Makers. So this is like your 100th year.
No, it's 101st year.
Oh, excuse me, your 101st year.
Hey.
And you started it as, no, that's not right.
Yeah, I had hair back then.
Yeah.
Remember we talked?
Yeah, I remember. So 101 years of giving toys to the kids in the community.
Yeah.
There are so many different organizations out there trying to do stuff, especially this time of year. Yeah. Why should people give to the Portland Toy and Joy Makers, and how do people know what's a good organization to give to and where the gifts are going to go?
Well, that is really true, though. There's so many good organizations helping, and they ask, says, who do I give to? Who do I give to? I said, we're pretty grassroots.
Yeah, you are.
City of Portland, we started. Everybody followed us. We think it's great. Nobody in our organization gets paid, which is fine, but we want to help. We want to give back to the community. I know Salvation Army and Snowcap, they all do a very good job. But everybody likes the fire department, don't they?
everybody likes the firefighters anyway.
Yeah. But
everybody needs the fire department.
It is real difficult. Yeah. But they do know that we're the one organization says we know the ones we give to, they're really in need. And I'm kind of a little bit personal, right? I want everybody to give to us, even though everybody helps. But it's just difficult. You got to go how you look and how you feel. You look at this organization and say, what are they doing? How much they help? What are they doing? They're giving all this here. All we're trying to do is get enough toys to have the families have a good Christmas with themselves. Not that's from the fire department, not from anybody.
So when you're giving the toys to these families or to these parents, the toys aren't coming from you.
No.
You're giving them to the parents to give to their
Absolutely.
kids.
We feel that's very, very important. We've always thought that. They're having a tough time.
Yeah.
And they say, not going to have much, not going to have much. But the parents have something for that child from their parent.
Right.
And the parent's struggling. Right. Maybe the child sees somebody else have more, but also they got something from their parent.
Right.
That's really important.
It's important.
And it just makes it, maybe their Christmas makes it a little better.
Yeah.
And then maybe January.
When they go back to school and somebody says, what'd you get for Christmas?
Yeah.
They say, well,
yeah.
I got
Says,
this.
my mom, my dad got me.
Yeah.
It's just something that it's people helping people. Simple as that.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the kids that you've been able to help. I mean, how long have you been doing this, Dean?
42 years, so.
That's a really long time.
Not bad, I'm only 37.
I know, that's pretty impressive. So tell me about some of the family. I mean, I'm sure you have like tons of stories, but tell me a couple of kids that really have stood out in your memory.
Give you a prime example. It says, yesterday, weather was nasty, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was horrible.
And, 4 weeks it's been, whatever. And a mother comes in with her child, and all our boxes are very generic, because we know parents have to bring their kids somewhere, and they don't know what it is. And their child asks us, Mom, what is this? And she says, well, I think it's a surprise. Think we might have some Christmas. And the child just looked at her mom and says, that'd be nice, in that kind of voice.
Yeah.
Well, right there you're saying, maybe they've had a tough time. Maybe they haven't got much for birthdays, different things that we all can do. But all of a sudden Mom said, this was something that will make it better for them for Christmas.
Yeah,
because we know how easy it is, for food and clothing. But still, my grandson says, Grandpa, you better not give me any socks. So toys for a child.
Yeah. I can remember that.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm going to get socks and pajamas, aren't I? Yeah. Which are nice to have. They're nice to have.
Well, the other nice thing is, there's so many fire stations in your community. It's so easy to drop off. They're always there, always willing to help.
They're always open.
Yeah.
So can you go at any time to drop off? Or
3 o'clock in the morning probably isn't real good.
They probably wouldn't really like
reasonable
that too much.
time.
Okay. But any fire station in the Portland
I would think,
area?
I know for Portland Fire, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm sure in your community, if you don't have what you know as a program, you can contact the Fire Bureau. And they could say, well, yes, we're doing it at all these stations. Or like I think in Vancouver, it's the police department, but the fire department still helps.
Okay. You have a lot of community partners, don't you, to help out
Yes,
with this?
absolutely.
Who are some of the people that you work with there?
Well, we work with Fred Meyer's and Toys R Us and Dollar Store and a whole bunch of organizations that years ago they give thousands. Well, now there's 150 agencies that want help.
Yeah.
So you have to go talk to them and says, hey, this is our need, how you can help us. And they really don't care about the credit or not as far as for financially. But they feel good about giving.
Yeah. Well, everybody should. Everybody should give and feel good about it.
Well, and we give out for Portland Fire. We've given out. You have a collection box here in your lobby. We've given out to 154 businesses that believe in what the Fire Bureau is giving back to the community and helping out the kids. And I'll tell you a story with Nike. Christmas party all the time. Now we're trying to tell everybody, you don't necessarily have to have a Christmas party. Why don't you get toys for children? Well, they're doing that quite a bit. Well, they decided for some reason, whatever the scheduling was wrong, that this didn't work, so it was going to be here. And this young lady called me up. She says, you know what? We scheduled this time, even though this event is now over here. We're going to give you toys this day anyway because you're planning on it. So, and what she said wasn't that we're going to give a Fire Bureau. She says, we can't forget the kids of what we said. And that's
what it boils down to.
That's what it all boils down to.
We can't forget the kids. Yeah. Right. You were just here last month for a little holiday thing that we had, and we did a little taping. Maybe we could show that now to tell people a little bit more about the Portland Toy and Joy.
Portland Toy and Joy.
Okay.
Partners with MetroEast.
There you go.
Can you imagine waking up on Christmas morning as a hopeful 6-year-old wondering what Santa brought?
But going to bed that night sad and disillusioned because Santa forgot you.
This is applied to many local children whose families have no extra money to cover gifts at Christmas. But it doesn't have to be that way.
100 years ago, the Portland Toy and Joy Makers began serving the community by providing toys at Christmas to kids who would have gone without.
This year, the need is as great as it ever has been. Once again, the Portland Toy and Joy Makers have placed barrels at dozens of local businesses to collect new, unwrapped gifts for children in need.
When you do your holiday shopping this year, consider picking up a couple extra items for the toy barrel. Teach your kids the true meaning of the season by providing for those less fortunate.
Your gift will mean so much more than something to play with. You will be given the gift of hope.
Thank you for your generosity.
And have a very Merry Christmas.
Weren't they?
Hey, nice job.
That was fun. That's always fun. But that showed. It shows all month long as part of our MetroEast holiday showcase production, and we had a lot of nonprofits in here, talking about all the good things they're doing. But Portland Toy and Joy is one that's, I've been following your work with the community for quite a while now, Dean.
Yeah, we got you involved several years ago, and you've really been a help to us. So
thank you. This has been fun. So, what are you most proud of after all these years? That you've been involved with. What makes you proudest or happiest?
What makes me the most proud is just it's really kind of simple, that the Fire Bureau and the program is given to children in need. Simple as that. We know in the Fire Bureau, we have all kinds of things, fires, car wrecks like that, but this truly is, it really gives you a good feeling. Yeah.
Tell me about what happens then after Christmas. What have you given out all the toys by then? And
well, not really. We collect toys all year long. And
it's not just this time of year.
And we have some toys that we've been very fortunate that people have donated in certain age groups that we really can't use all year long. But we give out through the year too. Unfortunately, fires and unfortunately domestic violence.
So you give them in those situations as well?
We give them in those situations. We work with all year long with different preschools. Even though we are, quote, so visual at the holidays, because that's the biggest time of year and that's where we get most of our donations. But the rest that we collect that we don't use, we use them throughout the year.
Throughout the year. I really love the trend now of kids' birthday parties. Instead of bringing presents to the child, bringing presents to give to another organization. Well, I assume that Portland Toy and Joy Makers would be happy to take some of those.
I got to tell you a cute story about campfire girls.
Okay.
They call up, raise some money through the summer, want to buy toys. I said, well, have the leader of the group says, contact your local store, the manager. They'll probably give you a discount on toys. Mm-hmm. Well, they called me up the next day, and the leader says, Well, the girls would like to know, do they have to buy boys' toys? And I said, absolutely not. But they were so excited about being able to go shopping.
Yeah.
And that's what we tell the public. It is a good feeling to buy something and give.
It is. And I think that's so important for kids to learn to do that. But, sure, the girls don't want to buy those boring boy toys. They want to buy the cute things that they would want themselves. And who better to pick out those toys for other kids than the kids themselves?
Well, and that's where we learn a lot of things. We take a few of the young kids to these stores and say, hey, what is the toy that interests you?
Really? Oh.
And that allows us off year to look on the internet and say, okay, we need to start buying toys in this kind of a group.
Right. Do you look for all the sales and try to get the best deals? Yeah, we don't buy retail.
I believe you.
Yeah. So what is your biggest need right now? What age group or gender? Or?
The biggest, it's truly always the older kids. Their toys are a lot more expensive, and that's truly true. And the nice thing is on our webpage, 20joymakers.org, right? You can donate and we can buy. And we buy online. We get a real good deal.
So really your money is going to go further. Yeah. So yes, bringing the toys are great, and that's wonderful. But if and for kids, that might be the better way to go. Like if you're trying to teach your kids how to give, let them pick out something to give to somebody else.
Well, and here's one thing that kids really love: take a toys to the fire station. Twofold. They get to give the toy and they get to see the fire rigs and all like that. And that's your community.
I bet the adults like that too.
Oh yeah, they do.
Everybody likes a fire station.
It's been so long since I worked. Yeah, that's right.
I mean, really, they're fun. They're fun. Yeah. So for the kids, take them out. Explain to them what's going on. Pick out a toy to give to, and if they can help pay for it themselves, even better. Yeah. And then.
Well, the other idea, the child says, mom says, dad says, you have a lot of toys. They're in really, really, really good shape because you take good care of them. Well, maybe you could get rid of some of them before you get others. Because we have a lot of organizations that help us for that.
So you would take some gently used toys, or
we'd say,
well? I mean, in really good shape.
Yeah. Well, we can't repair much anymore because of plastic.
Yeah.
But I know
clean, unbroken.
I know there's a lot of toys out there that children, enjoy and they don't abuse them.
Right. And some of them like new or never used.
Oh,
yeah.
They like to look at them.
They like to look at their collection of toys. But
I mean, and we have outlets for even if they aren't really, perfect. So we have a lot of contacts in different organizations that help us, say, okay, we'll give you this here, and it helps them. It's not from us, it's from them. They take it too.
So it's not a competition between organizations.
Well, it's not.
No. You're all you help each other where you can. And
well, the whole goal is we're going through a clearing bureau type thing. So that your organization has names in there, my organization, I have mine, and we can see, it says, oh, they're already given to this family, so I won't duplicate that, which allows all of us to give to more families in need.
Yeah.
And that's the nicest thing about computers.
So what is the area that you serve?
Well, for individual families, it's the city of Portland, and the fire and rescue's boundaries.
Okay.
We help out other agencies around, and we don't care if we just give them.
Okay. Okay. And so if there's still a family out there that maybe has not been in contact or nobody's contacted them about providing some help and they need some, is it too late for them to contact you?
Well, not for us. City of Portland, not. There's a lot of agencies, because the way ours works, we get a little later start. A lot of agencies get started earlier. But what the families need to do is if an agency can help them, then they have to look around their community, see where they can get some help. Unfortunately, we know we can't help everybody.
Right.
But we want to try to help everybody get help in their community. There's churches and schools and other programs that they say, we can help you a little bit.
Okay. And so before we run out of time, if people have toys that they want to donate, they can bring them to any Portland fire station, reasonable hours. And and if they can donate financially, a business or a community group or an individual, go to the website.
Or our webpage, it gives all the information on there.
Okay.
The nice thing about young people, the younger like you, they're not afraid of doing a credit card on
online. Online. And it's such a
it's so easy.
It's so easy.
But it does. I got to tell you, it comes to us scrambled.
Oh, okay.
No information.
Okay.
The only one
but you get the donation.
The only one that has the information is me. And I'm not driving a new Corvette, so you know I don't do anything.
Okay. Sounds good, Dean. Well, thank you very much. And thanks for all the work that you've been doing for 42 years with the Portland Toy and Joy. That's a very long time, and I commend you for your years of service, because I know you're doing it as a volunteer. So.
Yeah, well, and you folks have helped us a lot.
Good, I'm glad. Well, keep it up, keep up the good work, and I hope this is a great holiday season
Merry
for
Christmas.
you. Merry Christmas, Dean. Thanks so much for watching Community Hotline tonight. We'll be back next week, but in the meantime, go out and give as you can to the Portland Toy and Joy Makers or whichever organization you feel needs help. There's plenty of them out there. I'm Monica Weitzel. We'll see you next week.
What local community media is to us is literally our lifeline to what's going on in the lives around us.
The absolute most important thing that happens in your neighborhood.
People's local communities are usually what's most important to them.
Because we're the faces, the smiles, the peoples, and the personalities of the community.
To not only give people a voice, but to have their voice heard.